I'd like to now invite our director, Professor Umakant, to kindly invite provide the welcome note for the 3-day conference. Welcomes.
Respected Dr. Vasvi, Panarchit and co-founder of NRA's Network of Rural and Agrarian Studies, Dr. Timawadi, BC of Gujarat Natural Farming University, Sri Apurva Oja from the Aga Khan Foundation and proud alum of IRMA, Dr. Minesh Shah, Chairman IRMA and NDDB, and Padma Sri Bharat Bhushan Tyagi ji, Sri Sarvanand Patel ji. We thank you for accepting our invitation and taking out your precious time to be part of the inaugural session. I welcome all the delegates and participants to the Institute of Rural Management, Anand. IRMA, a leading institute in the field of rural management, started in 1979 by none other than Dr. Varghese Kurian, known as the Milkman of India, with a vision to professionalize all the organizations and institutions which are working in the rural areas or for the vulnerable section of the society. With more than 4,000 change makers, the alums, who are there everywhere in all the spheres of the sectors, and with collaboration with states from down south to north, east to west, and with all the leading cooperative sectors, this institute is marching ahead in its trajectory. I'm happy that IRMA is hosting the International Conference on Managing Sustainable Transition in Agriculture, Newer Directions for Research and Civic Action. I also congratulate Dr. Sambhu and his team members for putting the conference in a short span of time, and we acknowledge the contribution of NRAS and the Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, for their cooperation, for being partners and collaborators in shaping important conversations facing Indian agriculture today. India continues to lead the world production of milk, Anand being the milk city, and millets, second in production of rice, wheat, and fruits and vegetables. The production of most of these commodities, though, is coming with a increasing ecological footprint and rapidly declining soil health and increasing input cost. The organic fertilizer and food subsidy bills, the excessive use of groundwater, and the polluted airs are indicators of the systemic crisis. Therefore, a transition towards sustainability is not a fad, but a crying need for the India's small and marginal farmers and consumers, requiring significant changes in the way we look at the food systems. Transitioning towards an agroecological paradigm requires research that goes beyond traditional and conventional academic discipline boundaries. Engaged forms of multi- and transdisciplinary inquiry requires investing in a participatory and co-evolved processes. Building on the work of NRAS in exploring alternate paradigm on agriculture beyond productivity and populism, and IRMA's small farm income project spearheaded by Professor Sambhu Prasad that looks at farm income from the lens of civic action and sustainability. This international conference seeks to build a network of scholars and development practitioners focusing on sustainable transition in agriculture. Internationally, there has been active networks and research platforms exploring the nuances and contours of sustainability transitions and its different dimensions. This research across innovative niches, regimes, and landscapes has recognized the need for both technical and social innovations and even social movements to aid this transition towards sustainability in agriculture. The MST 2023 conference seeks to deepen conversation across disciplines and actors on various processes and practices to enable better articulation of a new paradigm for agrarian change in India that is both socially and ecologically valuable. The response, I was told, was magnificent, with almost 108 papers from 82 institutions across 8 different tracks. Interestingly, nearly 45% of the papers came from outside the academia, from development practitioners, civil society organizations, and few think tanks. Over the course of the next 3 days, the conference participants would discuss, deliberate, and debate various issues confronting Indian agriculture, and importantly, have an opportunity to learn through 4 carefully curated panels on sustainability and tribal agriculture, women farmers, research directions in agroecology, and scaling options for natural farming and agroecology. The over 115 registered participants belong to 75 institutions, and we are happy to have such a diverse audience at IRMA. I do hope that the serene atmosphere at IRMA will help forge newer collaborations on a topic of greater interest in India today. We began these, I remember this particular seed was sown during our centenary celebration of Dr. Varghese Kurian, and it took almost 3 years to what we see today. The government of India has since taken up natural farming in a big way, with several states, including Gujarat, leading the way. The national mission, which we call PM Pranam, is an example of sustainability transition in agriculture that incentivizes states a shift away from chemical farming towards natural farming. A large-scale transition requires many simultaneous activities, and importantly, champions farmers for the framing the community. We are fortunate to have amidst us Sri Sarvadaman Patel, the founder of the Bhaikaka Organic Farm, and our keynote speaker, Sri Bharat Bhushan Tyagiji, joining us to share the insights. As researchers, we will have to work with the organic farmers and civil society organizations across the length and breadth of the country to better understand the institutional dimensions that hinder and innovations that enable the transition towards sustainable agriculture. I hope the conference will not only throw up interesting insights and research ideas, but also help forge greater collaboration with natural and social scientists on the one hand, and the academic development practitioners, farmers, and civil society organizations on the other. IRMA has been at the forefront of shaping newer ideas on cooperatives, natural farming, resource management, rural livelihood, producers organizations, social enterprises, to name a few domains. And I hope the conference will help attract greater interest in these important fields. I would like to thank the Ford Foundation for this consistent support that made this conference possible, and hope that all you have a fruitful time over the next 3 days. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Dash, for the warm words of welcome, and also the consistent support you've given us to manage this program in a very short span of time.